Pickleball players, give me a few minutes of your time and I'm gonna show you a 5-minute warm-up to keep you injury-free. Welcome to the channel. Dr. Arash here, Doctor of Physical Therapy, and today we're diving into the fastest growing sport in America, pickleball. Whether you're new to the game or an experienced player, warming up properly is a crucial part of staying injury-free and performing at your best. While pickleball might seem like a low-impact sport, it can deceptively be intense, and injuries have resulted in nearly $500 million of medical costs over the last year. In this video, we'll walk you through a quick 5-minute warm-up routine to protect your body and keep you on the court longer. Let's get ready to play smarter and safer with these 5 exercises. For this 5 exercise warm-up, all you need is an upper body band and a hip band. For exercise 1, place the hip band just above your knees. We're gonna do a single leg fire hydrant where you're gonna balance on one leg. Make sure you have good alignment here. Now with the opposite side, you're gonna bring your leg out and back. Really hold that end position, squeeze the glute on the top leg, but as you squeeze, this band is gonna wanna pull you in, so you're gonna have to activate a lot of the foot muscles in addition to a lot of the hip muscles back here to prevent that from occurring. You're gonna go for 2 rounds of 15 repetitions. And I love this because in addition to activating your glutes, you're getting a lot of single leg balance and strength. Ankle sprains and Achilles tendon issues account for 1/3 of all pickleball injuries. So it's very important that you maintain a strong foot and ankle complex, and this is a great way to activate those muscles. If you want to really challenge yourself further, you can actually come up onto your toes a little bit, bring the heel off of the floor, and try this a bit more. It'll be more difficult in terms of balance, and you'll also activate a bit more of that calf region. Now, if this is too challenging overall, from a balance or demand standpoint, what you can do is just do a standing clam like this, where you get into an air squat, hold this position, and now you're gonna bring your legs in. Actually start with one leg, bring your leg in and out. It's gonna provide that same activation of the glute muscles. You're gonna have to stay strong in the foot and ankle as well, and it'll make sure that when you're moving around, cutting, you have activated the muscles that keep your knee in good alignment with your foot and your hip. All right, exercise number 2 is a banded pull apart. Now what you're gonna do is get this band and spread it as far as you can, squeezing the shoulder blades. You wanna initiate with the shoulder blades actually. So you're pulling back here first and then letting the arms follow. You don't wanna just arm the movement or use your wrists too much. You wanna initiate there and then pull back as far as you can, squeeze at that end position, and then slowly lower back to that starting position for 2 rounds of 15 repetitions. And this is crucial to activate the shoulder blades and shoulder muscles because we know how common tennis elbow is, or even medial epicondylitis or condylalgia with racket sports. So what this allows us to do is make sure that we have that proximal strength and stability so we don't overuse a lot of those distal muscles. So when you do this, make sure to try to keep that arm quiet and really allow for the shoulder and shoulder blades to work. And you should notice that as you perform 15 reps, you should start feeling the burn between your shoulder blades and also on the back of the shoulder. Now, if you don't have access to something like this, just do some shoulder circles where you bring your arm out to your side and go 15 reps, really squeezing the shoulder blades back and around as you do this. 15 reps one way and then 15 reps the other way. Same idea, keep the wrist and forearm fairly quiet and allow for the shoulder and shoulder blade muscles to work with this one. All right, next we have a dynamic mobility routine with the world's greatest stretch. So let's begin by bringing one leg up, try to drive that elbow down towards the heel as far as you can. I like to hold each position for a few seconds and then rotate your body open towards that side. You can shift towards the leg that's in front of you, get that hip opened up, bring this arm down, rotate the opposite direction. You should feel a bit more of a groin stretch here. Hold for a couple, come back down, push back into a hamstring stretch where you get the pull on the back of the leg here, hold, and then lower yourself into a hip flexor stretch. I like to bring the arms up towards the ceiling to really open this up. If you're not still feeling a stretch, lean the opposite way to further the intensity there. Now, with this routine, if it's too intense for you, you can keep that opposite knee down the entire time as you do this. This allows you to focus a bit more on controlling the movement versus letting your entire body weight forcing you through that motion. So that's an option. You wanna do this on both sides for 2 rounds. It's important to ramp up the nervous system before playing. Now we're gonna do this with high knees. To do this, what you wanna do is pretend like you're running in place, except really drive the knee up as high as you can, as fast as you can. You're gonna do this for 2 rounds of 20 seconds. Make sure that you're on your toes the entire time in that ready position as you do this. You should notice that your heart rate starts increasing. You're loading up the Achilles, especially that tendon there that oftentimes gets irritated, as well as that patella tendon as you do this. Now, if this is too demanding for you, you can start by decreasing the intensity, just like running in place, or come up against the gate or some type of wall where you can do a load and lift. And I like this exercise because it does triple extension with the calves, quads, and the glutes, where you're down in this position and then you push up as far as you can, squeezing your calves and your quads and your glutes to get into this end position, lower yourself down, and then repeat. And you wanna do this with power, with speed as you come up. It doesn't matter that you slowly lower, that part is not as important as much as exploding up with power. If you do this variation, perform 2 rounds of 10 repetitions. Last but not least, we got an exercise that mimics playing. I have a paddle in my hand, and what I'm gonna do is take a side lunge out to the side, lower myself as much as I can, rotate and pretend like I'm hitting. And as I hit, I'm gonna come back up and then go towards the opposite side, back and forth, sort of like this. This will allow me to warm up my legs, get the tissues properly activated, and then I'm also going through that rotation very sports-like. That way you don't just go into playing without warming up these tissues. Now, if this is too challenging, what you can do is just start in this sort of static position and get your body to move without taking the step. This way you're a little more controlled with it. Find the amount of rotation that you feel comfortable with. I'd like for you to try to get through as much rotation as possible to warm up these tissues. However, if you can, try to take that step and make it as sports specific as possible when you do this exercise. That's it for today's pickleball warm-up. If you're looking for more, we have warm-ups like these on the Prehab app. Remember, staying active and injury-free starts with a proper warm-up and progressing your load tolerance over time. While it's tempting to play for hours, especially with how fun pickleball is, gradually increasing the amount of time that you spend playing will help your body handle the demands more effectively and keep you from hurting yourself. These exercises can make a big difference in how you feel on the court and how long you can play for. If you found this video helpful, comment below on how this warm-up routine works for you. Stay safe, keep playing, and we'll see you next time.